There are two things I've never seen in my life. Never. I've never seen in my life with my own eyes in person. I've never seen a white guy wearing a shiesty. This is a shiesty. So stupid ski mask that people are wearing and doing crimes and stupid shit. It's kind of turned into a fashion statement. And two, a man over the age of 25 wearing one. I've basically only seen black kids under the age of 20 wearing these shiesties. Last night, I seen a grown ass motherfucker, 40 years old, wearing a shiesty. Wearing a shiesty. Now, if it's, 10 degrees, or you're at a ski resort, okay, fine, you can go wear a ski mask. If you are actively walking around in public wearing a shiesty, as they call it, and you're that old, not only are you already, and I know you already do not have your priorities in order. I already know damn well you probably just got out of prison within the last 2 years, and maybe you did 20 years in prison. So you come out and you act like a little kid. You're not taking care of your children. I already fucking know that you are not in your children's lives. I already know this, and you probably don't have a car. You probably don't have a car, and more than likely, you probably don't have your own apartment. You probably rent a room, or you sleep on your mom's couch, and you do other stupid ass, immature, boy type activities. You probably listen to that fucking music, that drill music. Grown ass man walking around in public at the store with a shiesty on. Who are you possibly trying to impress? What, other thugs? Other criminals? Is there a woman out there that says, you know what, he actually looks very regal? He looks like he is a well-adjusted adult who's well put together. I want him to holler at me. You don't think that you're a little bit old to be wearing that shit in public? You don't think you look stupid? You don't think that people look at you like you're a fucking idiot? People look at you like you're a low-down, dirty, weird goofball. Nobody thinks you're cool. These are the same type of asswipes that have the lights under their trucks. The pickup trucks with the LED lights up that point to the ground, or they point, or whatever. Yeah, it's the same assholes. That's so immature and stupid. You cannot make this shit up. What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Grow up. Nobody's out here wearing shiesties except black teenagers, and a lot of them are committing crimes. And they just actually passed I don't know if it was a law or whatever the other word for it that they call it in Philadelphia, where they're banning wearing those, right? So there was a city council meeting about banning these shiesties, and of course black people, some, not all, a lot were for it, but some were like, oh, this is just another law to stigmatize young black people and make them look out to be a criminal. Well, because a lot of times when people are committing these fucking crimes and wearing these ski masks, they're black. I've never seen one video of a guy wearing a shiesty. I've seen white guys wearing ski masks. Yeah, from 1985? I've never seen a video, and I'm trying to, because I I don't want to download Twitter and go through the Twitter nonsense again. I mean, I did a long time ago, like 5 years ago. I kind of got lost in the rabbit hole of Twitter, and I just deleted it. But I've never seen a video of a white guy wearing a shiesty committing a crime. They're always black. They're always black all the time. And anybody who is against this law, you are further in line of keeping black people not only looking bad in the public eye, also just keeping the militant nonsense that's in a lot of young black people's heads. Just militant nonsense. Like this shit is normal. Like this is a way of life. You know, I've thought about, and I still toy with the idea of wanting to do like more gang style videos on my other channel. And I eventually will. I just really haven't had the time to get caught up on what I'm doing to like just try something new. But if I do those videos, I don't want to talk to one gangbanging idiot. Because you see on a lot of those YouTube channels where they like visit gang neighborhoods and then the gangster gives them a tour, they're always glorifying their life. They're always making it look like it's really cool. Oh, this is where I grew up. This is the trenches. This is the hood. This is this. This is that. Okay, cool. All right, so now that you're an adult, see, when you were a kid, you didn't really know what it was because you're an idiot. And that's, you know, you were basically forced to live in poverty and drug-infested neighborhood, right? But as you become an adult and you get a little bit more intelligent, you will come to realize that not only is it not normal to live in such squalid conditions, but it's also not cool. And it also not only destroys black families, but it also destroys black lives and kills black lives. Black lives matter? Really? Are you sure? Because I see these conditions, these neighborhoods, and you'll see grown-ass men, 50 fucking years old, like talking about it like they're proud of that shit. Like, oh yeah, man, you what? What did you do? What did you do? You were in a gang, you shot somebody, and you've done 3 prison stints totaling 27 years. You can't possibly be proud of that. And I think that's what's wrong with today's black culture, is that they see black people today in America, they remind me of Palestinians. And when I say this, it's because both groups, they value and martyr killers. Now, don't get me wrong, white people do it too. Look at the mafia. Look at the serial killers. Why do we look at serial killers as like, they're, not that they're cool, but we like hold them into some kind of high regard. I don't understand why we do that. Like look at Bonnie and Clyde, for instance. But black people, the problem with them is they do it on a way higher percentage level. Young black men only make up 6.5% of the country, but they're committing more than 50% of the violent crimes. Okay, statistics do not care about your fucking feelings, and in their culture, it's ingrained that this kind of activity it's not only condoned, it's accepted, and it's rapped about, and it's glorified. And listen, hey, I'm gonna make money off of it regardless. I make money if I talk about it on my other channels or whatever, but being serious for but a moment, it is pretty sad. It's pretty sad, and honestly, I don't see anything getting better for black people. Not at all. I just see it getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and then it's gonna get to the point where, when people are saying like, oh, we gotta end racism, you can't end racism when you have a group of people who are racist themselves, and of course, not everybody is racist, but a lot of black people are racist, and I see it. You guys can't tell me anything. There is some ingrained racism. It ain't gonna be all over the country, but particularly in the South, where I am, yeah, it's pretty segregated. It's not like crazy segregated, but it's, you go down to Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Georgia, yeah, it's all like that right there. Louisiana, It's crazy. And I don't know. I keep, guys, you can't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I do this shit for a living. Okay? I look at crime stories more than all of you watching my videos right now. You cannot tell me that there isn't a problem when it comes to numbers of young black men committing atrocious crimes. And yes, I know, white people school shooter, white people serial killer, white people rapists, white people eat babies. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, there's not a lot of those crimes. They're very egregious and disgusting, but 90% of the crimes that I read involving stupid shit, like stupid murders, right? 90%, probably a little bit high. Maybe it's more like 75% black, 75%. It's just, it never ends. Every time there was a lady, and I'm going to do this video. This lady was in, New Orleans a couple years ago. She got carjacked, right? So she's like, her seatbelt's on, 4 or 5 kids, teenagers come, carjack her, throw her out of the car. They jump in the car and they take off, and she's like caught in the seatbelt. And they're dragging this lady. They're dragging her down the street. Her arm comes off. Just dragged for like, I don't know, 100 yards. Ended up killing her. I read the story, right? How do I already know that the kids were black? How do I know that? Do you think Asian kids are doing that? No, they're not. You think white kids are doing that? No, they're not. No, they're not. There's a lot of crime being committed by young black teenagers, and they're mostly, practically all guys. All guys. Of course they were black. That's what else were they gonna be? Who does this type of shit, right? And there's another story. I've been wanting to do this story for a minute. This little boy, what was he, 7, up in what was it, by somewhere in the Kansas City area. Mom leaves him in the back of a car. Car's running. She just goes into like a sandwich place to get something to eat real quick. Somebody comes, they see the kid in the car, and they throw him out, right? And then they get back in the car, they take off, and the people are screaming because the kid, again, is like caught in the seatbelt. And he drags this kid for like, for a long time and killed him. All the skin off his body ripped off, all his clothes ripped off, just dead. Guess the race. Guess the race. Yeah, of course. It never ends. Look, I see white people committing these crimes too, but how could a people with so few numbers, population-wise, commit so much of the crime, violent crime? That's what I don't understand. And seriously. And I sound like a broken record, but I will say this: it all starts in the home. It all starts in the black family structure, and it's destroyed. It's been destroyed. Now you can say whatever you want. You can blame it on Democrats or whatever, but it is a problem. And of course, not all young black kids are doing these kinds of crimes. Of course not, but a lot of them are. A lot of them are, and it starts with stupid shit like this shiesty thing. Like when you start accepting nonsense and you start going against like public values and normalcy, this is the type of behavior you get. You get outlaw behavior. It's like it's the Wild Wild West 1880, but in 2023 moving into 2024, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't see it ending. I see it getting worse.